Well, hello there. Welcome back to 626 Productions of the 312 Team League. We have in today's big Game 4 matchup, we have Tim from the 332nd Company, Captain, facing off against Captain of the Seven Sons, Joel, in a chance engagement. 332nd is down 1-2, so this is a huge game. And this could decide the series or send it to a game 5. Chance engagement, as I said, and we are looking at Rebel on Rebel. Normally, Joel is flying Republic, but he went wild card this week, and so we've got some Rebel on Rebel action, and this could get interesting. We've got over on Tim's side, we've got Wedge in the X-Wing with Deadeye Shot, Plasma Torps, and R3. We've got Gavin in the E-Wing with Pattern Analyzer, Fire Control, and R3. We've got the Rogue Squadron Escort E-Wing, which is kind of cool. Also with, let's see here, Elusive, Fire Control, Pattern Analyzer, and R3. And wrapping up Tim's list with the Braylon Stram B-Wing, Deadeye Shot, Fire Control, Proton Cannons, the S-Foils for the double tap, Ion Bombs with delayed fuses. So nasty, nasty. And over on Joel's side, we've got some ships we haven't seen a lot of. We've got a Sej or a Segi in the E-Wing. No, K-Wing, sorry, K-Wing with Perceptive Copilot and Advanced Slam. And let's look at what Segi does because you don't see him on the table a whole lot. But let's see what we've got. He basically allows a friendly ship at range 0 to 2 when they defend or perform an attack. It may spend a Segi's focus token as if it was their own. So that's very cool. We've got Gina Moonsong in the B-Wing with fire control and proton cannons, as well as the S-Foils. Thane Kyrell in the X-Wing with Selfless, R4, and the foils, of course. Corin Horn, also with Selfless and R3. And then another ship you see in different incarnations, Fen Rao, but not in the Fang Fighter. This is in the Shuttle. And he is rocking Hopeful R4 and Mandalorian Optics. Basically, Fenn's ability in the Sheathipede says before an enemy ship in your firing arc engages, and remember he has a front and back arc, if you, Fenn, are not stressed, you may gain a stress token. And if you do, that ship cannot spend tokens to modify dice while it performs an attack during the phase. Tokens being things like focus, target locks, I believe. Uh, Force, I believe, are charges, as Joel was saying, so those would not be prevented. Other abilities, card-based abilities, not tokens. But man, oh man, that could get really interesting for how this is going to play out. So, again, big game 4, chance engagement. Let's see how this shakes out. We've got two really good players again, so I've been very thankful to get some really good players on stream. And happy to stream when I can for you guys. So, happy Sunday afternoon. Or if you're floating on the southern hemisphere in Australia or New Zealand and checking us out, which seems like it might be really early uh, for you, then welcome aboard to tomorrow. But otherwise, sit back and let's enjoy this and see how this shakes out. Do we get the series ended in favor of the Seven Sons, or does Tim bring 332nd back into contention to take this series, leading up to a stellar Game 5 later this evening? I'll open up betting here in a bit, but we'll let them get started first and make sure we're in a good spot. And we'll go from there, getting all our ships set. So we've got a little bit of overlap on the sixes. but Tim has all fours otherwise. Joel has fives and a three. So really the only road roll will matter for the sixes between Wedge and Finn. And we've got the obstacles kind of scattered a little bit, opening up the center lane. So we'll see how this plays out. That selfless could play a big factor for Corrin and Thane, taking crits away from Tim's list and spreading some damage around. But let's see how this goes. Joel figuring out where he wants to place Fenn Rau. And we're lining up on opposite sides of the board. Interesting. So this is not an honorable joust in the sense of run at everybody and hope your luck holds out. It's more of a measured approach, and we'll see how it goes. All right, setting some dials, and then we'll kick this thing off. All right, if you're out there and listening, just drop a message in the chat, say hey, and let me know you're there. We'll get this up on YouTube when it's done, though, so not a big worry if you're not with us live. You can check us out after the fact. Hey yo, how's it going? All right. Almost there on dials, it looks like, but we'll see how this plays out. Let me look at the betting and let me add some points to our viewers because why the heck not? Let's see if this works. All right. Nice. Going to locals later today. That'll be fun. Playing X-Wing or something else? And the betting is open if you wish to make a bet. And are we going to get our road roll? Let's see. Just making sure things are good. And away we go. And we get an identical roll. All right, so it looks like Joel is first player to start us off in round one. X-Wing, awesome. Okay. Oh, that's very cool. So most of your crew went to LVO last week. Playing some casual jank is always fun. All right, so looking at systems, I doubt we're doing much on the systems phase, so we're going to get started. Let's see how this plays. So how many folks do you have in your local there? WASD click. What's your local crew looking like nowadays? And Segi comes around. Okay. I imagine he's just going to, oh, he's going to slam. Okay. Now is he going to use advanced slam? Let's see if he does. Does not look like it. Okay. And now the fours. And here comes the Rogue Squadron. Let me make sure the colors are good on the Rogue. Yep, Rogue and Gavin. Averages 3 to 4. He got 6 for locals. That's awesome. Gavin should be green. Let me fix that. Gavin should be green. There we go. Awesome. Oh, goodness. I hate when my mouse clips the window like that. All right. You're also part of the greater Pacific Northwest for a bigger crew. Awesome. I love it. My crew down here in Charlotte is On a good day, 3 to 4, but I think Noah and I are the only ones actively playing X-Wing right now. Two of the other guys have taken a break. We're also into Unlimited, do some BattleTech, some Car Wars, etc. It's just a matter of when when we can get together. So, all right. So we got some locks from Rogue Squadron, and we're gonna get a boost lock here with Gavin. Nice. And we're gonna target the B-wing, and we're gonna target. Looks like Corin. Okay. And let me just double check the colors on them. Yep, they're good. Okay. B-wing going forward is going to barrel roll. Probably not going to link that, but flip the S-foils. Okay. Very nice. Okay. Debating on action, I assume. And gonna boost. Okay. He had flipped his S-foils closed. Flipping S-foils closed on Corin. And Corin's gonna boost as well. I think Joel has run this list a few times, and I'm pretty sure Tim has run his list a few times, so this will be fun. Here comes Fen, and Fen is going to coordinate a lock to Thane and put it on Corin. Nice. Flipping S-foils closed for Wedge. He's also going to boost. This may become an honorable joust. Just taking a scenic route through the side first to gaze at some of the asteroids and space gas dust. All right, moving to round 2. All right, betting is open. So if you want to place a bet, you should have some coins, hopefully. And you can do so. If you don't, also good. Yep, going down that natural pipeline made by the rocks, there won't be anywhere to escape. We'll see. We'll see how this plays out. And remember, they can range control. Almost all these ships have a 1. So 1 forward to victory or escape. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. All right. So when we're done here, it'll be almost time for the NFL games. So championship weekend, we get to see who's going to the Super Bowl. We've got the Commanders, and we've got the Eagles, and we've got the Chiefs and Bills. So this will be interesting. I know who I am rooting for personally, and that's essentially first and foremost anybody but the Chiefs. After that, preferably not the Eagles. So that leaves a very small field, but you know, that's why they play the games. And let's see where these ships take us and what kind of chaos we're going to get. Remember that we have half points in chance, and you have to be at range 0 to 2 to get a point for the center. And we'll see how this plays out. I love watching the good players play this game, especially with factions I don't fly a lot of, and seeing ships you don't see a lot of. It really makes it interesting to me to see how they put everything together. So that's fun. All right, let's see. What are we looking at? I think we're just making sure our decision points are good. And I have a feeling Asegi is not going to turn into the center, but may kite around. That's my guess, but let's see if I'm right in that regard. And Joel is first player for round 2. Okay. I don't think we have any system, except for a few bombs here and there. Way too early to drop the bombs, but Asegi is going to bank and double focus. Okay. So that's not exactly kiting, but he does leave himself some room to go either way. And here come the 4s on Tim's side. First, the B-Wing, Braylon. He's going to focus roll, it looks like. Get out of the way of the rogue escort. Makes sense. Okay. 1 forward, shock. And a focus. Get rid of the stress. Yep. And now Gavin is going to shoot forward with a 3, get rid of that stress. And he'll focus as well. Okay. And here comes Thane. Gonna focus. Next, Corrin. And he's got all the locks on him. Nice. He's also going to focus, I assume. They did not open their wings. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if he forgot. Oh well. That is on them to remember and figure out. So it is not a must. And interesting. What is he going to do here? Do you focus barrel roll? I don't know. I imagine the B-Wing will be the target on Joel's side, but he's just going to focus to start with. I don't think Finn's ability will come into play this round, because I don't think Finn is going to have anybody in arc. So the question is, does he just coordinate? He is going to coordinate, it looks like. Or is he going to take a target lock? No, I don't think so. He's going to coordinate. And he coordinated a lock to Corrin. So Wedge flips his wings open and just sneaks on in with the 2. He's going to check his lock, and sure enough, he's got one. 2 with R3. He has a couple of options. Nice. And now the fun begins. So while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to just close up betting. Not that I've seen any, but that's okay. All right, Wedge is going to shoot at Gina. So here we go. 3v1, unless he's doing a plasma, in which case it's 3v0. Oh, ouch. You spend the lock, you spend the lock. Well, 3 shields down on Gina. Does he selfless? He is going to selfless to Thane, and he's going to take 2 on Gina. Okay, very nice. Selfless on Thane, and 2 on Gina. Okay. No shot for Corrin. So where does he go next? All right, so we're going to go with Thane next. And a reroll for some reason. 2 shields on Braylon. Okay. Oh, yes, Braylon's ability reroll. Yes. All right, and it looks like he should have opened those. Hey, Catherine, welcome aboard. Oh, good grief. One eye, Braylon is going to reroll both of those and gets 1. So 2 shields and 2 more shields on Braylon. So Braylon should have shields down. Yep, Braylon is shields down. Okay. And now Gavin on Gina, I would assume. That's not a very good roll. We're going to fire control that and spend the focus for 2. So hit, crit. One of those should be a crit, right? Or is Gavin a May? It's a May. He chose not to for selfless purposes. Okay. Spends 2. Spends 1 from Aseji. Nice. And now the rogue squadron is going to go into Gina again, I assume. Already we can see Fearless doing some work. 3 hits. Choosing not to use the ability. So shields are down on Gina. All right, so both B-Wings are shieldless. And now, oh my. Looks like a proton cannon coming in. And this could be juicy. Oh. Gonna re-roll that with Braylon's ability. Ouch. Ooh, he's gonna go ahead and do all the crits. Proton cannon and Gavin. And you could selfless here. So, blinded. Disabled. Damage sensor array. Okay, so 3 onto Gina. So blinded, damage sensor array, and disabled power regulator. Got it. Okay. And that should be half points. Okay. Yep. Half points for both. Yep. 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 And Asegi has no shot. And then they each should get a point for center. Going to round 3. Interesting. Very interesting. B-Wings being the first choice of the menu as the appetizer, and let's see where this goes next. Interesting. Okay. Nope, chance engagement doesn't need to be that big. I'm messing with the display just a little bit, guys. Just a little bit. There we go. All right. And now we're going to crash into the center, I'm imagining. So Gina on 1. Braylon on 4. Nobody else. Well, you've got Thane and... Let's see. Thane and... Let's see. Who else? Yep. Thane down 1 shield. Okay. Very good. Again, this is a game 4. Seven Suns, Joel's team, are currently up 2 games to 1. So if Joel pulls this out, that is a series win. If Tim wins this game, series is tied at 2, and game 5 will be played tonight. I have no idea when that game is, so if it does go to a game 5, maybe they can have somebody stream it on Discord or something. So, but yeah. So the question is, do you hope for a game 5, or do you want to see Seven Suns close it out? Decisions. I have no rooting interest in this particular series. Both are great guys, great players. So, for the sake of drama, perhaps a game 5 would be fun. But honestly, I don't have a stake in this one. But let's see what kind of moves we get here. I assume Asegi is going to probably one bank and focus. Yes, you probably should be biased for your teammate. Absolutely okay with that. You want the Seven Suns to win. I have no problem with that. So, going on record, Joel, your teammate is rooting for you. as he probably should. So, very good. All right. Nothing wrong with wanting your captain to win. And because it is streamed, they are eligible for stream bounties. So I hope they do remember that. So keep that in mind if you are watching your captain play. I think one of the stream bounties is beating a captain on stream. So one of these guys is going to get that bounty. So we'll see who it is. Both are captains. Joel indicating he is ready, but let's see what we get. All right, here we go. And who gets to be first player this time? Joel again. Oof. Although that may not necessarily be bad for your 6, but... Ooh, Braylon dropping the ion bomb. And he's going to fuse it, perhaps? Yes, he is. Nice. Oh, 3 bank clears and he focuses. Beautiful. And now the 4s. 1 straight. And are we going to focus barrel roll? Yes, we are. So Asegi might just get roughed up a little bit here. And here comes the Rogue Squadron Escort coming in. And now, ooh, clears that rock beautifully. Okay. Yep, we're crashing into the center. This is going to get bloody. All right, who's moving first? I'm assuming Thane will move first. Yep. Okay. Ooh. Oh my. Does Thane just focus? He does. And then I'm assuming Corrin just 1 straights. Okay. Double locks. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. And nice little 1 bank in there. Do you focus roll? If you do, might you get out of arc of... Oh. Gina may not live, though, to shoot. Gina just may not live to shoot. Blinded, disabled, damage sensor array. She can only focus. Hold on real quick. Doesn't Gina have damage sensor array?
Oh, she does. Yep, can't do that.
Yep. No
Well, can't
worries.
do any of the things I was thinking of unless she fixes that or fixes other stuff. Well, you know what? She's going to fix damage sensor array.
All right. Good catch. Make sure we don't inadvertently cheat, which I know it's not on purpose, but that does make Gina more susceptible to go boom now, I think. Although Fen does have his ability, so we'll see how this plays out. Gonna coordinate. Okay, now Fen is gonna coordinate the barrel roll focus, which makes sense, although it might still be an arc of Gavin. And takes the evade because he had flipped foils. Nice. Very nice. Now let's see what Wedge does. 3 bank. Oh, and does not bump. Does not. Wow. Okay, so Gina still may not live, but that was crazy. Fuse goes away. And now Fenrau. Who you shooting? Gina has a chance. That is true, Max. That is very true. We'll see, though. I think Gavin may have her at range 1, though. Okay, gonna go range 1 into Gavin. Interesting. Well, that's a 1 hit. Certainly not a great roll to start. And 1 of 8 is all he needs. Okay, Wedge. Who's the target? This might tell us who's going to get wiped off the board, potentially. Fenn's going to take a stress to prevent Wedge from spending tokens. But who's the target? Corrin. Okay. So 4 dice versus 2 versus 1, because this is Wedge. No tokens. You don't really need tokens. Oh, good grief. And he could probably put a crit on there if he wants with Gavin's ability. Ouch. Just roll natties. When you can't spend focus tokens, just roll natties. And 2 on to Thane. So hit and selfless into Corrin. Okay. Smart. And now the 5s. Let's see what we can do. So you've got Gina and Thane facing off with the Rogue Squadron and Gavin. I don't think Gina's going to have Wedge, so oh boy. We're going to start with Corrin, though. And nobody is damaged. So we're going to go into the Rogue Squadron back there, and we're going to drop Thane's Lock off of Corrin, so 3v3. That's pretty dang good. Spend 1 of Asegi's tokens for 3. Okay, takes 1, unless he elusives, and he does elusive, and he gets it. Wow. Okay. Range 1. Into same target. Okay. Spend that lock, I'm assuming. 3 and a crit. Okay, that's pretty good. Well, gonna take 2 on the Rogue Squadron. So down to 1 shield. And now Gina going to do the same target. Oof. And a blank out. So 1 more goes through. And that is half points. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. It's absolutely bonkers. So I think Gavin may start us off, but we'll see. Gina does have a chance. But is it a chance to live or a chance to die? A chance to weep or a chance to cry, perhaps? Tim just looking at his options, figuring out where he wants to start. He does have Gina at range 1, but he's going to go into Corrin. Interesting choice. So 2, fire control, and spend the focus for 3 hits. And taking 2 onto Corrin. And that should be half on Corrin. Yes, it is. Okay. And now the Rogue Squadron also going into Corrin. Nothing. But he's got the lock. He's going to spend it. Oh, good grief. And he's going to Gavin that. Doesn't matter. Well, maybe. Do you give the crit to... You're going to give the crit structural damage to Thane. And that's going to give half points to Tim. And we're going to have a hull breach on Corrin. Okay. Yeah, he gave up half on Thane to keep Corrin alive. We're going into Corrin and oh, Deadeye Shot flipped up the stunned pilot and spend it for 3. Oh, Corrin is gone. Yep. So long, Corrin. We hardly knew ye. Corrin is worth 4. Yeah, that was the extra 2 points. Okay.
Or the things that I shoot first. So what's the point? And
And
this will be
Somebody joined us.
and don't you have half on Thane as well with that selfless?
yes.
Okay.
Oh, did he not give himself the points?
I didn't
I don't
see, so
think
I was just
so.
making sure. Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
so range 1.
All right. So yeah, it should be 9 to 5 right now, and now Asegi. Why is Asegi rolling? No, that's not. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, hit, crit. Ouch. And that is into wedge. Okay, 2 into wedge. And then we're going to get a point each. Ten to 6. All right, so right now, 332nd Company and Tim have a 4-point lead. I don't want to say insurmountable, right? Because I don't know that it necessarily is, but that's a strong lead with some of these pieces. So we'll see how this plays out. Braylon's down to 4. Rogue Squadron's halved at 3 hull left. Gavin's full. Wedge has 4 hull left. Fenrau's untouched. Thane is down to 3. Gina's down to 1. Asegi is untouched. So Tim still has some heavy hitters, whereas Joel has a couple of hitters and I don't want to say slappers, but Asegi and Fen are not super heavy hitters, especially unless they're at range 1. But stranger things have happened. And Gina is ionized because of disabled power regulator, and she will have to do likely the bank maneuver is my guess. I don't think he wants to go forward and hit the rock. But crazier things have happened, and that would outright kill Gina. So I don't think that's where you go. Okay. Where to? Where to? So I could see Thane doing a K turn. Gina's got to do the ion maneuver. Fen has to do a blue. Now let's look and see what Fen's blues are, because I don't know what they are. The Sheathipede can do a 1, 2, and 3 straight blue and a 2 bank blue. Okay. And a Segi's dial. No red on it. 1 and 2 straight blue, 1 banks blue. With the 2 hard is the only hard maneuver, and the 2 and 3 straight and banks. It's been a long time since I've faced off with a K-wing, and they just have not had the same punch since first edition, and I think they're still paying for the sins of Miranda and Twin Laser Turret. Just like Dengar and the Jumpmaster have been paying for the sins of the Jumpmaster for a while as well. But there was a reason those combos were so insane. It's a different game now though. You can't. I mean, Gina would get what, or Miranda would get, TLT attacks, twice, and the old Ghost Fen would get 2 in the normal round, 2 at the end phase, and just crazy stuff. So only 1 bonus attack now per rules, and Joel is again first player in round 4. Well, that's certainly not helped him too much, but let's see where we go. Another ion bomb. I don't think he's going to fuse this one. I would be surprised. But somebody's going to get ioned. Oh, Asegi slots in there nice, and he can 1 bank. Can he? Ooh, can he? I don't think he could have slammed the bank through the Rogue Squadron. So just double focuses, gums up the works, and now the 4s. Where do these boys go? Where, oh where? Sloop, nice. And pattern analyzer, very nice. Okay, 4K for Gavin, also pattern analyzer. Okay, seems good. And a bump into the enemy ship, so take the red focus. Well, we're going to lose some locks here. And, oh, Talon roll, beautiful. Okay. Gina is going to 1 bank. She can only focus. Okay. And now Fen Rao. I don't think Gina's getting a shot. So 2 blue, and Fen is likely going to what can he do? He can focus or coordinate. Well, Joel debating where he wants to take his action. Is it a focus? Is it a coordinate? And if so, who do you coordinate? He's going to coordinate. Well, going to give Asegi the lock. Okay. That's reasonable. And now where does Wedge go? Yep. Recover that elusive charge, and he 4Ks. Tim has played this beautifully with his setup and maneuvers. Very beautiful. Okay. And now the bombs go kaboom. So we got a whole bunch of ionized folks here. We've got let's see if they see that. Before you do that, do you want to check for bombs just to make sure it doesn't impact
Oh,
anything?
right. Let's do the bombs because certainly some ions are happening. We know Thane is ionized. That's obvious.
All right. And that may get rid of the lock from Asegi. Yeah, so that coordinate was maybe ill-advised, but that's okay. So lots of ionized. Okay. And now, Fenrau. Wedge. Okay, that makes sense. So 2v2, no mods for either. Who needs mods when you've got natties, right? The tyranny of 2 dice pea shooters. Wedge takes 1, and that will be half on Wedge. So nice. It's a good little shot. And now we go to Wedge. I imagine Wedge is going to go into Gina. Fenrau, and he's going to prevent the spending of tokens, which I imagine will be interesting. Okay. Target lock is a token, so Thane is got structural damage, and so he's already sitting at 0 if Wedge shoots at him. Gina would be sitting at 0. So what do you do? What do you do? Decisions. Gonna go into Fen. Okay. So 3v1. For 2. Not bad. And Fen is going to spend Asegi's token and take a shield. Okay. That's sneaky good. That and Selfless has kept some of these ships alive longer than they probably deserve. No shot for Gina. All right, where are you going, Thane? Where are you going? Do you go Wedge? You got half on Wedge. Or do you go range 2 at the Rogue, who's got a focus? Or do you just suck it up and try to take Wedge down? Decisions. He's going at Wedge. Okay. What will this look like? Let's see. For 2. Okay, that's pretty good. And can Thane use his ability? What is Thane's ability? After you perform attack, you may spend 1 focus to look at the face down damage cards, but he rolled 2, so doesn't matter. Okay. And now Braylon, I I think his only shot is into Fen. No, it's in. You could go Aseji, range 0, but why would you? Right? Because you've got the ability to re-roll with your stress. Right? That's how Braylon works. So he's going into Fen, it looks like. He's going to spend, and do you turn it to a crit? You turn it to a crit. Okay. With Gavin, and he rolls 2 out of hand, and he's going to take 1 crit, which is a console fire. Okay, that is not enough for half points. And so the question, you're going to go at Gina. Yeah. So 3v1. Ouch. That's enough right there. But yeah, that's enough right there. Okay. And I don't think you can selfless that. That's a direct. So Gina has directly exited the building. All right, so that makes it 12-8. And now we're going to go at Fen Rao for 1. Why is he only rolling 1? He's got 2 greens. And he's going to spend Asegi's focus, so he's fine. Okay. And now Asegi is going to get a shot. I think you go into wedge, yeah. You're not going to kill him unless you get 2 crits, and there's a crit. And there's an evade. Okay, well. So, and a point each for both players should make it 13-9 going into round 5. And Gina is off the board. I think Joel is in a bit of trouble here. We've got some ionized ships. It's probably not going to matter too much, but huh. Yeah, so just based on what it looks like right now, and there are still 24.5 minutes left, and dice are a thing. Strategically moving is a thing when you're not ionized. Joel still has a chance. I don't know how good of a chance it is, but it feels like this series will be going to a game 5 tonight. But let's see. Let's watch it play out and see if that is a good feel or not. And if so, then we'll take it from there. Okay. So okay. These Yeah, Joel's lost 2 ships. Tim still has all 4 of his. This is going to be an uphill climb. That is true. Gina lived a little longer than I expected her to, but in doing so, We got Corrin off the board. We got half points on Thane. And Finn has started to get chipped away at. So Tim has set himself up well by spreading out the fire just a little bit to start weakening these ships. Strategically and deliberately, I imagine, with a plan. So, and don't forget, I think 312 has some stream games tonight. Let me double check. Let me see here. What is... I can never find it. Okay, let's see here. What does he have? Where, oh where did his little stream schedule go? Does not look like he has streams tonight. Okay, so Nick is slacking. All right, going into round 5. Looks like it's going to be Tim as first player this time. Amazing. Okay. So 13-9 is your score heading into round 5. Fenrau is going to do optics. Or is he? Okay. What are we doing? Oh, optics is front only. Okay. Thank you. Front op. Yes, it is. So he shouldn't lose that charge. Okay, so Asegi goes forward and ions himself forward, and he's going to double focus. Thank you. Thank you. Front only. Okay. And a 1 bank, and can only focus. So no linked shenanigans. 1 bank. Nice. He was not ionized, so he's debating. Totally fair. Totally fair. And how often do I see optics on a ship with dual arcs like that? Not very often, I will admit. He's going to evade. Interesting. Okay. And he's going to come this way with Gavin and just focus. Nice. Gavin is hunting. So Thane is got to do his ion maneuver, which is a 1 bank. And he will focus. Okay. And now, where does Wedge go? One bank. Uh-oh. I think Thane may be dead because he's got a structural. Wedge reduces, so it's going to be 4v0. So I imagine Fenn is going to take the stress to prevent from using the tokens to protect Thane, but oh boy. I think at this point you just focus. Yeah. He didn't fix console fire, so if he rolls a hit there, it will be half points. So, but I think the focus is the right call. All right. I'm guessing range 1 on Thane. And he's going to do it. He's going to say, no tokens. You may get what you get with the roll, and that's it. And last time that wasn't really that bad of a deal because, yeah, so he cannot spend the lock, so Thane just takes 1 because he has 0 dice. But Thane is alive to tell about it, which is awesome for Thane. Console fire will trigger, and then he'll go into Braylon. Geez, not a good roll. Okay, spending his focus, and Braylon takes 1.
Tending to go for wedge, but if I go for
Oh,
Braylon
console fire.
Yeah,
They're
don't
showing up
forget
to build
console fire.
Oh.
Sorry, guys.
for right.
All right. Braylon took 1, so let me mark that. And Fen took 1. That is going to be half on Fen. Ouch. 15-9. Okay, so now Thane. I think you go range 1 into wedge. You got to get wedge off this board. No, he's going into. Okay, he's going to try to initiative kill Braylon. That's not gonna do it. But he's going to Deadeye Shot for a stunned pilot and gets 1 evade. Okay, so okay. And we're going into a Segi. Nothing. Well. All right. So this has been a lot of not much this round. So now the 4s get to shoot. And can they take out Fen? He's got 2 dice, 2 hold left, and hit crit. Go ahead and turn that to a crit with Gavin. And you're going to spend one of Asegi's because you want to live. Nice. And now Gina, or Braylon, sorry. 3 dice. Ooh, that's just gross. He's not stressed. So you're just gonna, well, decisions. He's gonna do it. He's gonna spend 1. And does Fen just take 1 and leave Asegi the focus? He is. Joel's realizing he needs to take a ship off the board, so he's gonna try to do that here. And that won't do it. But it will get it closer. Braylon down to 1. Wow. And a point each. So 16-10. Going into round 6. Okay, so for Joel to win this. Braylon has to die, which will give Joel 3 points. Well, two things have to die, and I don't know that I see that happening this round without Fen dying and Thane dying. Oh boy. Let's zoom in a little bit for you. There you go. Well, yikes. 12 minutes left. I think the window is closing for Joel. Does not mean the series is over by any stretch, but it does make it a little more pressure for game 5. Goodness. This is going to be an interesting round. I assume Asegi is going to one bank because I think the too hard may put you on or near enough the rock that it's risky, but we'll see. Where does Fen Rao go? He's not going to escape those two arcs, but he will get to shoot, so he might be able to take out Braylon before Braylon can shoot, which would help. But he's got to make something else die. So does Thane Talon roll? Does Thane K-turn? Does Thane just go after Rogue Squadron? I don't know. Boy, I'd be hard pressed in this situation to figure out what to do, but if you were to kill Rogue Squadron and Braylon, there's your 6 points to catch up. You just have to keep your other 2 from dying so you can go to a next round. But we'll see. We will see how this goes. And Fen Rao has console fire, so if he doesn't fix it and rolls it, they rolled again the same. And it is Tim again as first player. Okay. So we go to the system phase. I don't think we have any system. So Asegi just moves out of the way and he's going to double focus. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Tilt up a little just so we can get a little more clarity. And so the 4s get to go. I imagine Tim is trying to figure out which order he wants to move them in. So, okay. Wow. Wow. So Segi is not going to have a shot at yellow. That might be okay. But do you just focus? I think you just focus here. Ooh, interesting. Okay, he's going to focus barrel roll. Okay. Nice. And he's just going to one bank. Probably focus as well. Nope, he's going to barrel roll. Okay. Uh, okay, not at range 1. Yeah, they might be collapsing on Asegi for some half points. Thane goes that way. That really doesn't help him. I'm a little surprised at that. Thought maybe he would Talon or 4K. Because now Asegi will get a shot, but Thane will not. And depending on where Fen goes, you may not. Well, if you kill Wedge, it'd be very tough to do. Hmm. It's going to barrel roll. Okay. All right, where's Fen going? He's just going one straight. And do you focus or do you fix that console fire? Well, you're going to probably lose him anyway, so I guess you focus. Remove the sparkle die. How it got there, I'm not sure, but it's just floating there. Maybe that's the ghost of Cora and Gina just hanging out. Who knows? Okay, debating on action. He's going to flip. Okay, he flipped console fire. Well, you live by the dice and you die by the dice. Okay, so Wedge goes first. So Wedge into Fen, I believe, for nothing. Which is, well, decent. Okay. Yeesh. I think you got, okay, he's going into wedge. Nothing. Because I don't think Asegi's at range 2. Okay. Oof. Well, Finn is dead. Yep, I think Finn is dead. So 18 to 10. Oops, go down, not up. And we're going into Asegi. 1 hit, 2 crits. And he blanks out. So Asegi is down shields, just needs a couple more. And I imagine now this is going to be range 1. This is going to hurt. Okay. And spend for 4, right? Yep. Takes 3. And that will be your game. Asegi will get to shoot. Maybe. He will. So do you take out Braylon? Range 1? I think you need to. Try, right? You're not going to win the game, so grab as many points as you can. For 2, Braylon takes 1 and dies. So it should be 21-14 is your final. Well, this series is going to a 5th game. Solid game, guys, and thank you for joining us this afternoon. We will catch you on the flip side.